Good evening. Tunashukuru Mungu because of his good mercies. This is amazing grace of glory global chapel. And tonight I'm just wondering what can we discuss, because I've never been online at night, especially on TikTok. But everything always has a starting point. I don't know whether you have slept, but wherever you are, let us thank God for his mercies today. Today I declare breakthrough after wearing out. But then there is a program that is coming up on YouTube. I'm trusting God for new headsets, because I would like to be going live like in 4 platforms simultaneously, that at the same time I can be live in YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And it is possible. We just need like 3 more headsets. So welcome very much. Tonight I want to discuss about breakthrough after wearing out. This is just testing the waters, and we see. By the way, there are people I'm trying to prepare. We may have an online church. I'm thinking of very soon we can start an online church. Especially it could be running from mostly by the masses of God, 9 a.m. to midnight, 3 hours. I'm looking forward to getting some. There are some people I'm speaking with. There is a pastor I'm talking to, and I look for several people here that have been my faithful followers, and we can see how we can come up with a program that can. And by the way, we are going even to see the kind of the language we shall be using, whether it will be full English or Kiswahili or a mother tongue or a blend of all those languages, depending with the kind of the audience we will be having. So this night is a blessed night. It's not your usual night. And I mean, by the way, people of God, I don't know by the masses of God whether I do this on YouTube or I do it here on TikTok, something called Destroying the Altar of Poverty. Destroying. This is a program that I have done severally and still requires further attention. Destroying the altar of poverty. Very important. On this Sunday at church, I was given a topic today. We will be speaking about I will restore twice as much. I will restore double that was lost. So may God bless you so much. May God bless you and bless you so much. Let God continue to do that which is very good in each and every aspect, in each and every, however it may be. Let God continue to do something new. In the times that we are living in, we are living in times of wanting to experience God. If there is something that makes life good, is when you are experiencing God in everything you are doing. So let us trust God more, and let us seek God more by His mercies and also by His grace. Today I want just to say, I want breakthrough after wearing out. Breakthrough after wearing out. There is God who is able to make someone excel even when you are at your lowest. There is God who can make you experience a turnaround when you are at your lowest. I don't know if you have ever seen a situation in life when God comes through, but when you have lost everything. Breakthrough when you have been worn out. Consider this breakthrough after wearing out. Luke 1, there is a one there that will be important for us to highlight. Luke 1, and which is verse is this? In verse 7. Luke 1 and verse 7. But they had no children because Elizabeth was barren. But I'd like to look at the last part. It says, and they were both well on in years. They were both well on with, or is it in or with years? I don't know. Let me just highlight a scripture here. This is good news. Let me see the language it has used to describe about this matter. Luke 1, is it verse 7? Something like that. It was verse 7. And let's see how good news has recorded it. And she and Zechariah were both very old. That is the language I was looking for. But they were both very old. Luke 1:7. Is that 7? Yes. But they were both very old. And then, when they were in that state, God gave them a breakthrough. Imagine when you have been discarded, ignored. There is a word. There is a language I want us to capture. Luka mtakatifu moja mstari wake ni wa 7 pale mwisho nasema, na wote wawili ni wazee sana. Na wote wawili ni wazee sana. Breakthrough after wearing out. The Bible says, Luke 1 verse 7. That's the one we are going to argue with. That, and both, they were very old. In Kiswahili, na wote wawili, Elizabeth na bwana yake Zakaria, walikuwa wazee sana. and then breakthrough. And then God came in their lives. Even when it seems as if all chances are depleted, even when it seems as if you have been exhausted of your energies, even when it seems as if you have done your best and there is no other best beyond that you can do, you're now at the point of giving up or accepting that the things will never change. Now that is who you are. And then God comes and everything changes. Let me just make you smile a little bit. Luke 1 and verse 23 to 25. When his time, verse 24, sorry, Luke 1:24. After this, his wife Elizabeth became pregnant and for 5 months remained in seclusion. The Lord has done this for me, she said. In these days, he has shown his favor and taken away my disgrace among the people. Elizabeth is conceding that she was living a life of disgrace, a life of humiliations, a life of shame, a life of somehow being like inexistent, a situation whereby every effort was just being reduced to nothing, a situation whereby all their hard work, despite the effort, despite the zeal, despite the commitment, they were still getting zero result. I'm here tonight to declare to someone. I normally don't have night programs, but I'm here to declare to someone that you'll get a breakthrough even after wearing out, even after being exhausted, even after being depleted, even after feeling as if you have been consumed by the systems, by your friends, and now you are a used cartridge. There is no more ink that is coming from you. This cartridge has been used up. It is now for discarding. It is now for dumping. And then after that, the breakthrough of God. After that, the breakthrough of God. Elizabeth is conceding that God has taken away her disgrace to the point of going into self-quarantine, to the point of hiding, because she could not imagine that after all those years of struggle, after all those years of agony, years of pain, years of disgrace, years of shame, now here she is. She went to hide. She went to hide because she couldn't believe that it has happened. And there are very many people right now. You're at the point of losing all your hope. You're at the point of feeling as if God is not interested with you. You're at the point of making a conclusion that God does not have power. And if he has power, he does not have fairness. But let me tell you, after you are worn out, the breakthrough will emerge not by power, nor by might, but it is by divine intervention. I know people are going through pain, people are going through suffering, and as men of God, we are just milking them, the little that is remaining. If we are not milking them, their hard-earned money, then we are milking them, their personality. We are milking them, their reputations. We are milking them, their dignity. We are milking them of their vitalities. Hmm? Then you reach a point you feel exhausted. You reach a point you feel completely overwhelmed. You feel subdued. Hmm? You feel completely forsaken by God. You feel like you have been forgotten by God. Do you know, sometimes we speak things and it seems as if people don't really understand what we are saying. But there are people who currently, tonight as you go to sleep, there are people who are feeling as if God is a liar. There are people, that's why they are. The point of being offended by God. And Jesus said, woe unto you who is offended because of me. So meaning Jesus was saying that's a possibility of being offended because of him. But let me tell you something. After you are worn out, after you are depleted, after you are exhausted, after all that manipulation, after you've been frauded, after you've been taken advantage of, breakthrough of God is coming in an unimaginable force that you ask, did it really happen? Did this really happen? Hmm? God is coming, and me, I am convinced God is really coming. And you should even ask, hmm, did it really happen? That's what. Look at this, Elizabeth. She is saying, the Lord has done this for me. The Lord has done this for me. In these days, he has shown his favor and taken away my disgrace among the people. Whether you like it or not, the disgrace, humiliation, shame, failure, loss, being disadvantaged, every time systems are working to your disadvantage, another time is emerging, another euphoria, another movement is emerging of things happening, even to the point of getting perplexed, getting amazed. The Bible said, and I'd like you to listen to this, that na walikuwa wazee sana. Start from that point, and they were very old. So meaning their energy, their strength, their resources had been depleted. And then something happened. And Elizabeth said, the Lord has done this for me. Meaning she was not in hope. She was not in faith. She was not in expectation. She was at the point of saying, whatever is going to happen with my life, it will just happen. At the end of the day, I don't have a control over my life. That's why she is saying, the Lord has done this for me. She was questioning how it has happened. And that's why it is going to happen to many people. Zechariah was told that your son, Zechariah even asked, how can I be sure? Zechariah, Luke 1 verse 18. Zechariah asked the angel, how can I be sure of this? How can I be sure of this? Your bank account receives a huge payment to a point you are asking yourself, how can I be sure that it has happened? Because of the process you have been taken through. There are people who are going to get job appointment, those appointment letters that will be sent through your email, and you shall ask, did they mistaken the name? How can this happen? Zechariah asked, how can I be sure of this? I am an old man and my wife is well on in years. He is saying, how can I be sure of that? Because we are very old. Tuko wazee sana. Unajua kuwa mzee sio kumaanisha miaka. Kuwa mzee sio kumaanisha miaka. Kuwa mzee ni kumaanisha nguvu zako za kujifanyia mambo zimeisha. You have used all your strength. You have used all your systems. You have used all your connections. You have used all your understanding. You have used all the available resources. And after you have done all of that, you have not gotten the breakthrough. And after that, you feel overwhelmed. You feel defeated. You feel subdued. And then you look up to God, the source of your faith. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? How have you been? Then you look unto the Lord. There is no signal from God. There is no answer. There is no response. God is silent. The heavens are closed. There is no mercy that is coming forth at the hour of your need. So you see yourself in a situation whereby you feel betrayed by God. You feel betrayed by God and you feel manipulated by the systems. You feel betrayed by God and you feel manipulated by the system. So at the point where you are now, you're at the point of you're waiting for the fate. Where you reach a point, you say, whatever is going to happen to me will just happen. If remember the girl by name Esther, she said, if I die, I die. You reach that point, and now you are released to the fate. You are released to the whatever outcome that is going to come forth, because you have tried everything practically possible and nothing has worked. This is a couple. They were properly born again, because the Bible says they were righteous, blameless, upright, and they were obedient and humble to God. So they had a very good portfolio in the presence of God, but there was no result. They were so committed, but no gain. That's the way you are out there. This project, this program, this assignment, this demand, this requirement, and you are there, present, you are there, giving your level best. You are giving your level best, and you know there is an assurance that you are going to get it right. This time around, you have gotten it right. This time around, it has gone through. This time around, you are going to receive. And then after that, another story. After that, another story. Whether it is financial, whether it is medical, whether it is marital, whether it is ministerial, whether it is career, whether it is business. After you have done everything, no result. Breakthrough after wearing out. Breakthrough after wearing out. And this may God give it to somebody tonight. May you wake up tomorrow to a very vivid good news that you never expected. May God tonight come and overturn the tables. May God tonight visit you and prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies. May God tonight visit you and anoint you with fresh oil. May God tonight visit you and break the yoke. May God tonight visit you and deliver you from what is holding unto you. Look at this. Can you put yourself in the shoes of Zechariah and Elizabeth? They were now very old. The Bible used that language. The Bible used that language deliberately. They were very old. Walikuwa wazee sana. Mpaka Zekaria akiambiwa Mungu amekuja, anasema, how can I be sure of this? That is a man. And he is a pastor. Actually, he was a pastor. And he is saying, how can I be sure of this? And the angel of God is speaking to you face on that he was made dumb for 9 months. He did not commit any sin. They had gone through a lot of frustrations. They had gone through a lot of disappointments. They had gone through a lot of desperations. They had gone through a lot of failure to a point whereby believing of a breakthrough was not anywhere in their picture. Believing that there can be a turnaround in their life was nowhere in their mathematics or whatever. I don't know whether you have reached that point where you reach and you ask God, are you really there? I don't know. Have you ever come to that point that you were even questioning the real existence of God? I don't know whether you have ever come to that where you are questioning God. Are you really there? Are you really there? Are you seeing all of this? Are you aware? Have you ever reached to a point whereby you ask God, confirm? You're asking God, please give me a confirmation that you are there. Because the heavens are silent and the systems are so oppressive, so draining. System, I mean humanity, human force, mwanadamu ama nguvu za mwanadamu. And then when you listen to the heavens where your help comes from, man of God, there is total silence. There is total silence. When you listen the lines of the Holy Spirit, even if you try to cry, Rinai, here, it is total silence. God is quiet. And then the human system is just manipulating you, just frauding you, just misquoting you, just misreading you, just draining you and milking you. The little that is there, after they have milked you of all your resources, they start milking your reputation. They milk your charisma. They milk your virtues. They milk even your dignity. By the time they are discarding you, you are a useless cartridge. You are a useless cartridge that cannot even be refilled with ink. And then, that's what they're talking about. And then breakthrough. After all of that, breakthrough. Breakthrough after wearing out. Breakthrough after wearing out. That is the word. I'm feeling I encourage someone with that word tonight. Breakthrough after wearing out. When you are exhausted, after you have been depleted, after you have been abandoned by everyone, after you have been forsaken in the hour of need, after you have been neglected by those you stood for in the hour of need, after you have been isolated after you have been thrown out of the equation, after you have been deleted in your mind, after they have erased you from your mind, after you have been declared non-existing by them, after all that has been done, you are contemplating, should I take on my life? You are contemplating what next. When you're trying to think about what next, there is no next that is coming in your mind. No idea. Nothing is coming up in your mind. Your mind is just closed up. Your mind is just tired. You're just telling God, I am tired. You have been emotionally battered. You are in burnout. Mm? You are in total fatigue, completely worn out, tired, exhausted. Mm? You are experiencing life puncture. You are experiencing life puncture. And then you are asking God, this is the way I am. How am I able to believe in you? How can I continue to trust in you? How can I continue to pray, oh Lord? I don't even have the words that I can utter to make a prayer. Lord, I don't even see any reason of making an offering. Lord, I don't see even any reason to look into your word. You have reached the point of hopelessness, total hopelessness. And then when you're at that point, the breakthrough comes. Let somebody tonight, I'm just praying tonight, may God visit you tonight and prepare for you a table in the presence of your enemies. May God overturn the tables to your advantage. May God anoint you tonight with the oil of joy, that you wake up tomorrow morning celebrating. You wake up tomorrow morning with the good news. You wake up tomorrow morning with amazements and awesomeness of God. Because this is what our God is able to do. And there are reasons why God may allow we reach the end of our end. So that when you have done it, we will give him all the glory and all the honor. Elizabeth. Look at Elizabeth. She is saying, who could have thought that the Lord would have done this to me? And Zechariah is saying, how can I be sure that this is going to happen? I don't know. Can you bring yourself to this point? An angel of God appears there at your table where you are seated now. Appears there and it tells you tomorrow your money will reflect in your bank. And you ask, how now? How can I be sure this is going to happen? Because you have been battered so much. You have been traumatized so much. You have been so much tortured, so much oppressed, so much battered, to the point they have made furrows on your back. You have the marks of pain all over. You are bleeding in your heart. Your mind is full of wounds because of depression, to the point you have head tumors. You have a migraine headache daily. You have developed ulcers because of stress and depression. Your body has lost its health. You have lost your weight because of how you have been taken through traumatizing moment, through traumatizing season, and you are not getting any divine help. There is no divine support you are getting. You are not receiving supernatural reinforcement, and you are asking God, where is your participation in this? You are asking God, Where is your hand in this? I am here to tell you that God, this we serve, he may seem silent, he may seem quiet, but let me tell you the truth. This is the time. He does the unimaginable. He will do the incomprehensible. He will do that is beyond understanding. Elizabeth and Zechariah, they both doubted. Actually, Elizabeth went to hide. She went to hiding because she was asking, now I'm very old. How then am I pregnant? How am I pregnant? She went to hiding until she could absorb the news that it has happened. There are people God is going to give you a breakthrough that you shall fly somewhere like is in Zanzibar. You stay there like a whole month until you absorb that page has crossed down and a new page has been introduced. There are people who are going to look for somewhere. They go for a vacation like of 1 week to digest the new reality. eh, to digest that. Has it really happened? Is it really this? Is this really me? Is this really me? Has it happened to me? Yes. And then you come. I decree and I declare it is enough of going through disgrace. It is enough of going through failure and defeat. It is enough of going through trauma. It is enough of going through human torture. It is enough of going through traumatizing moment. It is enough of going through roses after roses. It is enough of continuing to feed a bull that will never produce milk. Let God do his own works. Let him intervene by his own hand. He knows how he do things. He knows. Yeye anajua vile huwa anafanya mambo yake, lakini afanye sasa. Naombea mtu usiku wa leo. Let God do it for you. You might not see the way. You might not see how. You might not see the formula that will be used. There comes a time that this now is about God. It's no longer about your papers. It's no longer about your strength. It's no longer about your godfathers. It's no longer about your what? It's no longer about your money. It is no longer about your name. It's no longer about your tribe. There reaches a point that it is now about God. It is now about God. And this couple became parents after they were very old, after they had been worn out. Breakthrough after wearing out. I don't know whether you have ever reached that stage whereby you question, is really God there? And if is there, is he really for me? Have you ever reached to a point whereby you ask, even asking your own conscience, does God know if I exist? Have you ever reached that point of asking, does God really know that I exist? You see, as if God has completely forgotten you. A point whereby you think that these troubles you are going through, they are coming from God. It's as if it is God himself that is punishing you. Now we are correcting that. God is a God of mercy. Despite the trauma, despite the pain, despite the struggle, despite the loss, despite investing without any gain, despite working hard without getting paid, despite your sweat, your tears, all the pains and agonies, despite all of that, God was recording each and every experience you are going through. Every pain did not escape the face of God. Every tears did not escape the recording of God. Every offering you made did not miss to get registered in the altar of God in heaven. Every prayer you made did not escape the ears of God. God heard you and heard you clearly. And now He has compiled everything. And it is the time for God to answer. It is the time for God to be glorified through you. It is the time for God to be exalted through you. It is a time for God to be declared as a sovereign in your life. This is now the time of the Lord, that He will be exalted as Almighty. Just imagine, come to think of it. Me, I'm very encouraged by this couple. I really wanted us to speak about favor. When I was coming here, I was just saying, let me just see. I wanted to speak about favor. But when I opened the Bible, I was told, speak about this. I want to do, God was telling me, I want to do something new. There are people who are already, they are completely exhausted, completely overwhelmed. They, even if you sit down and start speaking them, they don't have words. They don't have explanations because they have explained themselves until the words in them are depleted. Your brain, your mind is no longer producing more words. It is exhausted. It is exhausted. We have ever reached that point whereby you just tell someone your problem and then you don't explain. You just tell someone, I don't have money. I just need 1,000. And then you don't explain because you don't have any word to explain that. You just become quiet. Sometimes it is seen as if you are ignorant. Sometimes it is a sin as if you are a fool, or it is a sin as if you are careless. It is a sin as if you are hard-headed, as if you are stubborn, stiff-necked. But no, there are times you reach whereby there is a point you reach whereby even if you are beaten more than that, you are no longer crying. You are no longer shedding tears because you have already gone through that. Even if they are going to whip you more than that, your body has already developed that pain resistance. That pain resistance. You are no longer feeling pain. You are now no longer afraid of what is going to happen to you. There was a time fear was controlling you, but now you have reached a point whereby you are no longer afraid what is going to happen to you. If I go to jail, what next? If I die, am I the first one to die? If this happens to me, you reach a point whereby now you fear. You have become carefree because you have been battered. You have been traumatized. People have stepped on your head. People have misused you. People have taken advantage of you when you think you are getting helped. But the people know they are manipulating you. They are taking advantage of you. They are using you to their advantage. And then you come to realize later. You can imagine the feeling of betrayal. In the feeling of betrayal, you feel you get wounded. And you ask God, how can I be good enough than this? How can I be good enough than this? One day, Micah said, Micah 7 verse 8, do not gloat over me, my enemy. Even if I have fallen, I'll rise up again. Even if I have fallen, I'll rise up again. So he was telling his enemy, stop laughing at me. People have mocked you. People have ridiculed you. People have laughed at you. People have been narrating stories about what happened to you. Then we are going to serve them with the new news. With the new news. We are coming up with that tomorrow. New news. They will hear that the God came. Can you listen to this? Listen to this. Luke 1 and verse 36. Even Elizabeth, your relative, is going to have a child in her old age. Mhm. And she who was said to be barren is in her 6th month, for nothing is impossible with God. Gabriel speaking to Mary, he told Mary, Elizabeth, she who was said to be barren, that already people have concluded about your story. People have written about your autobiography. They have already created a new person that you do not know. They have already created a new person. The guy of debts that he never clears. They have already created a new personality of you. The guy who always begs. That it needed now the angel to go and announce the good news to another person. Because even the person to whom the good news have happened to is not believing that the news have happened. Zechariah, to whom the good news have happened, has been muzzled because he did not believe as well that it has been done for us. How now? How? The angel is telling Mary, she who was said to be a failure, she who was said to be unfruitful, the one who was said to be sterile, the one who was said to be dead, to have a dead womb, the one who was said to be barren, the one who was said to be a vanity, said to be futile. She was said to be nothing, to be empty. Now she is in her 6th month with a blessing of God. She is in her 6th month with a destiny child. She is in her 6th month carrying the blessing of God. I don't know the kind of the story that has been narrated about you. I don't know what you had to endure and go through, but that was a chapter in life. As long as you are still living, it is by the will of God, because God wanted you to endure all of that toxic moment, very acidic moment, scorching moment, venomous moment, where everybody is your enemy, to the point your wife, your husband is your enemy. To a point you question. By the way, you reach a point you question about yourself. Have you ever reached to a point whereby you even questioned and even ask yourself, am I really okay? Am I really okay? Or I'm the one who is a problem? Hmm? Maybe I'm the one who is a problem. Them, they are right. And then after you sit down, you realize, I am right. They are the one who are wrong. And then situations happen. The circumstances that you are in, you look at everything and then you conclude, I am the one who is wrong. They are the one who are right. Because them, although being wrong, their things are working. And you, although being right, your things are not working. And it's not about 1 year, about 3 years, 4 years, 6 years, 7 years, 9 years, 10 years. Nothing is changing. Nothing is moving. And you are just releasing your strength your virtues, your dignity, your little resources that you are getting, and nothing is for the coming. Let me tell you, that which God is giving us this tomorrow we are entering, called Tuesday, which is about 2 hours, 1 hour from now. That which God is coming to do, it will even require other people to go and announce us. Listen to this verse. I would like to, not to continue beyond that, I would like to you listen to this verse. Rook, is it Rook 1? Rook 1, Rook 1, and verse 66. Everyone who heard this wondered about it, asking, what then is this child going to be? For the Lord's hand was with him. That the people wondered. Did you get that? People wondered about it and asked, what then is this child going to be? They wondered because this was miraculous. This was a supernatural intervention. They asked, what then will this child going to be? Do you know there is something God can do to you that if people hear what God has done for you, they question the motive behind God doing that which He did for you. And there is always a motive, gaining glory and praise. And that is what we are entering into. There are people who are going to get financial breakthrough. And this one, I am definite. There are people who are going to get financial breakthrough that the people will question the source of the money. People will question the source of the money. Others will say it is money rituals. Others will say it is Freemasons. Others will say you have gone under the lake. Others will come up with different explanations because they know you have been barren all this time. They know you have been sterile, futile, impotent. You have been unfruitful all this time. But then they will ask, how comes now this happened? How did it happen to you? Even if it was happened, should it have happened to you? And they will start questioning the source of your breakthrough. And me, I welcome them to question. Because when they are questioning, they will discover it was the hand of the Lord that will have done it. I will invite them to do their research, because in their research they will discover it was a divine intervention. It's not by power nor by might, but it is by the Spirit of the living God. People of God, I don't know where you are. I don't know what you are going through, but I felt in my spirit that God tomorrow, He wants us to celebrate His work. He wants us to celebrate His doing. He wants us to celebrate breakthrough. Tomorrow there is a breakthrough. You may not even believe what I am saying. I remember, because this has been repeated for so many years, and still nothing happened. I remember that bodyguard told Elisha, even if God were to throw open the floodgates of heaven, could anything like this really happen? Because of how complex, how extreme and severe the situation was. The situation was so complex, so rigid, that it could not happen as according to the Rhema word by Elisha. But that is exactly what happened. And me, I decree and I decree, tomorrow there is someone who a table will be set before the presence of your enemies. Tomorrow you will eat kingly delicacies as your enemies are watching. This is not about encouragement. This is about now God entering into his office to do something that is unimaginable. And I pray, people of God, may the angel that visited Zechariah and Elizabeth visit someone tonight. I pray, may that angel that visited Zechariah and Elizabeth when they had been worn out, when they had been worn out completely, that angel came and they were blessed with John. Let that angel visit us tonight. Tonight, let that angel appear. On your bed there, let that angel appear and leave you with your John. Leave you with your John. Let that angel deliver an answer to our prayers, because that angel must arrive. He has been delayed for too long. Procrastinations, postponement, pushing forward. Tomorrow it will work. When we reach to tomorrow, then we are told tomorrow it will work. Systems are down. I don't know, we are still considering. We are waiting for that. Until when these excuses, they must expire. Every excuse that has been on our lives must expire and die. And I decree and I declare, may the angel of the Lord visit someone tonight. Yes. And bring that package, and you shall celebrate tomorrow. Mhm. Tomorrow is a day, Tuesday of celebration, Tuesday of telling the Lord, thank you. The greatest secret of that was the altar of incense. But we can't speak about it for tonight. But the secret of that was the altar of incense. That was the secret. The angel came and stood on that altar. Go and read Luke 1:11. The angel came and stood on that altar and he told Zechariah, this is the end of barrenness. This is the end of sterility. This is the end of disgrace. This is the end of effort without results. The angel came and stood on the altar of incense. Let that angel arrive in Jesus' mighty name. So, guys, let us meet tomorrow by the mercies of God. I will try very much. We have a word of encouragement tomorrow for 1 hour. Yes, we should stop sleeping just for the sake. We can still be coming here. We motivate one another. We encourage one another. We make declaration. You can still make your prayer request. I had seen Michael had sent his prayer request on WhatsApp. Yes, I can see others are also still sending their prayer request. Let us have a conversation. Be encouraged. Do not accept to walk alone. Let us hold each other's hand until we break through. Until we break through. And the breakthrough hour is tonight. As in the next 30 minutes, you are going to enter into a new day. May the way you enter into a new day at midnight, also enter into your breakthrough. Enter into your moment. Enter into your season. May it not just be changing of the day, of the dates, from this date to the next date. May it also mark the change of your life energies from negative energy to positive energy in Jesus' mighty name. May God protect you. May God seal you. May God fight for you. May God sustain and preserve you. And may God bring you joy and happiness in Jesus' mighty name. Those who would like to make their offering, the number is on your screen. You can do that by the will of God and let God bless you. Have a lovely, wonderful night. We shall continue this. We are going to expand it. We shall even be do co-hosting. I will be co-hosting. People will be asking directly for their prayer requests. Even others will be praying for others. So just remain in touch. Let us take this to another level. God bless you so much. Have a lovely, lovely, wonderful night. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Thank you so much. Yeah, good night. God bless you so much. Tupatane kesho mida ya saa 4 kamili. Kuwa na maombi yako kesho. Nitakutumia co-hosting na tutakuwa na nafasi nzuri. Mungu akubariki sana. God bless you so much.